Hey there, it is Dr. Fern here. Now, if you have been anything like myself lately or the rest of the world, you might have been a little bit anxious and worried and stressing about the pandemic and what's going on in the world and what's going to happen to your business and what's going to happen to you and your family and your health. So a lot of this stuff, worrying, creates tension and actually moves a lot of this energy in our body that we have up into our head space, up into our neck and shoulders. And as a result, a lot of us are contracting, a lot of us are tensing, a lot of us are just clenching our teeth constantly without even realizing it. And of course, all of these areas of the face, of the head, of the neck, of the shoulders have big muscles. And it's sort of like those muscles being under constant contraction, like you're constantly doing bicep curls. No wonder you would be getting some headaches or sore neck or sore jaws or tension or like, I've got a migraine right now. So a few quick ways to quickly relieve it. First of all, relax, okay? And I know that's so hard to do, but sometimes what I like to do is I like to picture my face and think about these muscles here and they're under contraction a lot. Just first of all, notice and take a deep breath. Are you worrying? Are you thinking thoughts that are circulating through the head, telling the body that you are under threat? Because as soon as you have a worrying thought, it instantly transforms into the hormones, cortisol and adrenaline, that your body interpret as a fight or flight mechanism. And so everything goes under contraction, right? And if you're doing this constantly because you're worried or you're looking at social media constantly and updating the news constantly and filling yourself with all these worry thoughts, that is going to contribute to all of this stress in the face and neck and shoulders and cause a lot of pain. So, and then it also translates into grinding and clenching your teeth, perhaps at nighttime where you don't even realize it. So I want you to first of all focus and see, what am I getting stressed? Am I thinking about stressful thoughts, and how can I get rid of some of those things and fill my brain with better things? Now, the next thing I want you to do is think about breath. So if you breathe deep and full, it activates the vagus nerve, okay? So these are big diaphragmatic breaths in the belly, not tensing up here. And the other thing that you can do is, if you're in quite a little bit of pain, what you can do is just lie back and just close your eyes, take about 5 to 10 deep belly breaths. And as you exhale, just allow the neck and shoulders to release and let go. That's it. Okay, and what I want you to also picture is almost all of these actively relaxing. So these facial muscles, particularly these masseters, these temporalis, all of this area. See if you can just let your jaw hang like a hammock. And I say the hammock hangs here on the earlobes, and just let it hang. And I like to separate the teeth and say Emma, because the teeth actually should be separated a couple of millimeters, not actually together during the day unless you're eating your food. Okay, so every time you clench together, you contract these jaw muscles, and it's kind of like you're going to get pain. Any muscle that's under contraction for a long period of time creates pain, and that's what we're doing in this area. And so no wonder we have headaches and jaw pain and tension and TMD issues. So letting the body relax, coming back into the breath, and almost sitting and just feeling and each area completely relax. Okay, so that takes a bit of time, but it's worth it, so that you're not having to pop those analgesics or Nurofen, Panadol. You can actually allow the body to heal itself. Now, the other thing that you can do too is, if you're in absolute agony, I always like a warm heat pack along my muscles. It's like a sore muscle. You put it with heat pack or a cool pack if you need, and you might find that that relieves the area. The other thing I like to do also is do a little bit of a massage on myself. So between the skin, there's fascia, and fascia is like this cobwebby like material, tissue that is between skin and between muscle, and it's said to store a lot of emotion. But what I like to do is actually just release it a little bit by holding there and doing a little bit of a gentle release on my face, moving up into the temporalis and all the way back into the scalp. And I just do that a few times and just let my face relax as I'm breathing. Okay, so that's a really nice way to release instead of digging and being sore all the time. Now, the last thing that I like to do is also do a bit of internal massage. So with obviously clean hands, really scrubbed up, what you can also do is get your finger into these areas, and I like to get into here, contract a little bit, I feel where the muscle is. And then just using both inside and outside, I just like to pull and push a little bit, not so that it's in absolute pain, but I'm being curious and I'm just releasing the space, something like this. And I can feel lots of areas of tension, and you don't want to dig into the tension, just allow some openness. In that space, and you want to take your time. You don't want to go in and just go for it, you know. I know myself, I used to love like hard tissue massages, you know, get those things out of my, you know, knots out of my body. But the key here is your body's stress. It needs to have tenderness, loving, you know, to yourself, okay? So nice and tender. And what I'm doing, it doesn't, you may salivate quite a bit, that's okay, drool, let yourself drool, but just take the time to actually allow yourself to move all around the mouth and get curious about it. And, you know, if it's feeling a lot of pain, release it. Just pull, you know, push, create space, okay? Right around with clean hands and both sides so you're not lopsided. So I hope that helps. Give it a go. If you need more information, please just contact me and I'll go through it a little bit more in depth. But give it a go because it is worth it. But just realize that the way you are worrying and the thoughts become your beliefs, become your reality. And if you are subscribing to that a lot, you're going to get sore, you know, face pain, headaches, tension in this area, and you're not going to be able to sleep properly. So the best thing that you can do for yourself, for your immunity, and teach your family as well, is to relax your body, tell it that it's safe, release your jaw tension, and then you can operate from a place where you feel a lot more rational, you feel a lot more like underwhelmed, so you're not reacting from scarcity or fear, and you can make better decisions. You're nicer to your people when you're in self-isolation as well, to your family members, to your children, to your spouse. So help yourself with that jaw releasing tension, and remember that it comes from a lot of stress. Okay. Now, if you are getting acute pain or any bigger issues like that, of course you have to see your dentist or your doctor for more emergencies. But this is just to treat tension in the jaw, not big TMD or TMJ problems. Okay. There's a whole bunch of other things that could cause pain in the face, but this is around tension if you are finding yourself contracting a lot. So I hope that has helped. Shoot me a line, let me know what you think, and if you have any questions, go for it. Ask, you know, hook me up.